All right, let's do some word meanings of sort 55, also known as I before E, except after C. And this is a sort that's a little bit trickier this week, and I think there are quite a few words that you might not know. So let's go through some of those words and talk about the meanings. And to help you a little bit with the sort, I'll do this by categories here. And your tip about these EI words that equal long A is every single word has a GH in them, except for one that has a G in, which we'll get to in a moment. But first, sleigh. What is a sleigh? And you've probably heard this because of Santa Claus's sleigh, but it's a sled pulled by animals. And you also might know jingle bells, a one-horse open sleigh. So when they say one-horse open sleigh, this is what they're talking about. It's open, pulled by one horse. The word freight means goods or cargo that are carried by ships or trains or planes or trucks or something like that. So you can see these containers. This is the freight, and these will be moved in a ship, and then they'll be put onto a train or to a truck and moved around, but that is called freight. And the word reign means to rule as king or queen. And just be aware, reign is a triple homophone. You've got the much more common form that everybody knows. And then this reign is like a horse's rein, or the reins on a reindeer. So 3 types of rein. This is probably the rarest, but that's what we have this week. So all of these are A sounds, and those are the meanings of those 3 words. So let's move on. And next we can take a look at some of the IE words, making the E sound. So yield has a couple meanings, but first let's start with to give way, and it's a traffic thing. So let me explain. First of all, that's what the sign looks like. It's a traffic thing. And what this means is this car is driving, and then I'm in this blue car coming up. I have to yield. I have to give way to this car. So I can't just drive in front of him. I'm yielding. I'm giving way. But if there were no car there, I could just drive on. I don't have to stop. I just have to yield if there's other cars coming. That's what it means by yield. And the other meaning of yield is to produce, and that's usually like a farm or something, because it's usually something natural. So you could say the orange farm yielded 3,000 oranges to make juice. So just to produce something, yield, or to give way, like my little car situation here. A niece is if your brother or sister has a daughter, she is your niece, and you are her aunt or uncle. So my brother has 2 daughters, so I have 2 nieces, and my sister has a daughter, so I have 3 nieces. The opposite of a niece, if it's a boy, is a nephew. And next, let's do a priest, and a priest is a religious leader, often in the Catholic Church or different Christian churches, or even some other religions have priests as well. And after this, let's do relieve, which could mean to ease someone's trouble and pain, or to take over someone's duty or job. So if somebody's working, for 8 hours straight at a restaurant or something, the next worker would come in and relieve them. Or this meaning might be, I don't know, if you had sunburn, you might put on some cream to relieve the pain. So 2 different meanings, but a little bit connected as well. And now I'm just going to do one word from this pattern here, which is conceit, but I'm even going to change it. I'll put it in a different color, but the more common form is conceited. You'd rarely see the word conceit, but the word conceited means you're overly proud of yourself, too proud of yourself. Nothing's wrong with being proud of yourself, but if you're too proud of yourself or overly proud of yourself, you are conceited. Another word for that is vain. Vain usually means you think that you look really good. If you're vain, you're overly proud of yourself. And there are still some words other than these that I think you should know. But I have other videos to link to with better examples and things, so I'm going to put those over here. And some of these have other forms you may recognize, like deceive and deceptive, or grief and grieve, just different forms. And then you've also got mischief and mischievous, or some people pronounce this mischievous, even though the spelling is more mischievous. And one more. And then finally seize, which is a verb. So I have a video for all 4 of these that I'm going to link to a playlist with those videos. And that's all for today. So thank you very much. Bye.